Welcome back to Current Pest Control. Today we're out in Ennis, Alma area. We're going to be pulling bees out of a chimney. They've been there since the spring, and the client's getting ready to move from the property, so we got to get them out of here. Let me take you up the ladder, show you what we're up against. It's taken me a little while to expose this colony. I thought they were going to be up here because their entry point was right here, but there was nothing behind here, but instead they're all down here, and this goes back in there a pretty good clip. A lot of fresh honeycomb, a lot of nectar. This is all uncapped right there. There's some that's capped right behind those. So we're going to see if we can salvage some of this honey. The honeycomb's going to be relatively soft, but I got to try to frame up what I can so that way these girls can have a chance at making it through winter. It's October the 14th, 2020. So I'm going to get the GoPro strapped to my chest and see if we can get better view that way, because the way the sun's setting on me, I don't think you'll get pretty good images, so we'll do it that way. So here we go. I have no clue how long I was on this ladder, going up and down and up and down. I know I was there for about 6 hours, including breaks, but it just seemed like I was on a Stairmaster all day long with this ladder, getting the honey pulled off piece by piece and then set into the box.
What's up, Lenny? And there's Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, now we got some brood.
The brood comb, or the brood nest as it's known, is the area of the hive where the eggs, the larvae, and the capped bees, or soon to be emerging bees, are kept. This area is extremely important to be retained for any kind of cutout, as that's the most important building blocks of a hive. Ultimately, the honey is set aside so that way it's not running onto the brood, getting it saturated, which can kill the colony outright just by hive beetles and other pests that'll try to move in. So keeping the colony dry is paramount to the success of the longevity of a cutout.
what I'm about to do here is get the brood comb that I've pulled out of the chimney ready to be put into frames. Frames are what holds the honeycomb into a nuc box, or a nucleus hive, as what I'm using here. It's a 5-frame bee box, kind of a half-size way of consolidating bees, making sure that they're optimizing space. I don't want to give them too much space until I'm assured that either one, they have a queen, or two, that they can make a queen. Whenever I'm doing this process, I'm going through and sizing up the frames to make sure that they fit neatly within the wooden frames in between the rubber bands. What I want to remove from each comb would be any kind of honey or nectar that's left on the frame itself, and you can see right here where I'm trimming away the top honey cap, and then the bottom edges of it to be able to just make it square within the hive. You don't want to crush it into the frame, you just want it to rest inside the frame itself. If you do have any excess amount of drone comb or drone brood, which would be the male workers within the colony, you want to remove that as well, because ultimately they do not contribute to collection of nectar, raising of the brood. They only serve one purpose, and that's to mate with queens or virgin queens. This time of year, being in October, there's not a whole lot of virgin queens being raised, so ultimately we don't need the drones within a comb. We get rid of them, start fresh again in the spring. So this section is going to take a little bit of time just to wind through each of the 4 combs that I will frame up. After I get all the brood framed up and into the box, what you want to do is go ahead and close the box down to prevent robber bees from trying to make their way in, clearing out as much of the nectar that may be left behind in the cells as possible. It'll help avoid killing off of the nurse bees that I've intentionally put into the box to be able to stay with the brood. Granted, there's not a lot of bees in here, so a robin frenzy could easily take over this box.
Well, it's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got the bees wrapped up. We've got a half a basket of bees. They're over here putting off the Nasonoff scent. I didn't see the queen, so I'm assuming she's in here with the way that they're fanning on this basket. I'll just have to wait until I get back. I didn't see her, but there was a lot of places that she could have ran and hid. I wasn't able to do the repairs today. I'm going to have to come back later in the week to be able to put the brick and everything back together. But it is done. So for the meantime, I've got a temporary patch over that hole until I can come back. Thank you so much for watching Current Pest Control. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.